Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode from the realm of Vasten. My name is Fixxitt, and I'm working on some stuff. Here's the thing, I need some ice. I need quite a bit of ice for next episode, but for this episode, what I got so far is I'm making some new ice towers. I figured that's one of the big exports of this town, so I should probably use it. Also, my bow's going to break soon. I have been working with Monk a little bit down in the mines for some stuff that I want to show you later on. Maybe next episode or the one after that. But yeah, we got some new stuff coming, which is cool and exciting. But at the moment, really, I need ice. So I'm making some new ice towers. So I made these 3 towers here. I think, okay, I need space fillers, you know, because we have this sort of weird space. And we can put some houses there. I think someone started a house there. I'm not sure who. And that's cool, but I think that these towers, because they actually have a pretty small base, it's just like 5, it's 5 wide and then 1 1 and then 5 again. But then I'm going to expand them out, and over here I'm thinking about maybe expand fairly tall. I've learned some ice mechanics, and I want to share it. Now, I don't know this for a fact. This is what I've learned through sort of trial and error and being there, but let me show you. Let me see if I do have some pearls. Cool. I was supposed to give those to Monk before he logged off, and I totally forgot. But, am I going to make it? Yes. Okay, cool. So, what I've learned is, that ice farm over there is crappy. Do you see how I harvested ice quite some time ago, and it's been loaded? See how there's sections of ice that aren't ice? This is pretty close to the minimum. It's like right where rain changes to snow in extreme hills, and it's like 2 blocks higher than that. And I think what happens is it's not consistent, because we have an ice farm up there that completely freezes super fast. It's really good. This one, not so much. So what I'm thinking is that maybe ice freezes faster at higher elevations. I'm thinking. I'm not really sure, but what I want to do is over here, I want to make basically a tower that is going to have, we're going to have 3 towers, and we're going to connect them, I think, somehow, these 3. I think it could be kind of fun. It's going to add something that I really want to add more of to this town. Yeah, space filler for sure, but also secondarily, I want to add some more vertical depth, which is something I always talk about. But I think that adding something from here is going to give stuff to look at from all over the place. So right now we have like 1 peak there, 1 peak there. This tower was the big peak, but now obviously these ones are going to be bigger. And then that's pretty much it. So I think more of these equals better. So that's kind of what I want to work on. And I'm going to try to make these towers be kind of plain. I think I had a plan for an efficient ice farm up here, and I'm not sure how it would work, but my thinking is, I wonder if I put down, like if I broke this so it was lower than ice will form, and I put signs along this. If I just went through and I just broke it all from the sides, would all the ice fall down? Probably, right? I think it would, but I'm not really sure exactly how that works. So, but anyway, regardless, this is where I am going to begin the process of building out to make sort of a what would you call it? Like an upside down pyramid, and that's going to house, so we can have a fairly large ice farm. So that's the plan. So I'm going to copy this over there, and then figure out exactly how I want to put. I'm not exactly sure how I want the ice farm to look and be. But I do want them to be fairly large, so yeah. So I got a little bit of building to do. Let me figure some stuff out, and I'll be back. All right, welcome back. And some stuff has changed. I did some building, and I think it's starting to look okay now. Yeah, it looks a little bit like a UFO. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not going to look just like that permanently, because I know right now it looks pretty crappy, but I want to get it functioning because I need the ice, and then I'll kind of worry about dressing it up a little bit later. But yeah, so it's starting to look better. I don't know what it is. I have had so many witches spawn off, so you just see redstone just sitting everywhere because of witches. So anyway, so here's the 3, and I had the plan, and I'm hoping this will work, of building it so that you can walk across from the castle. I think, because this is actually an ice farm. It's a little mini ice farm. So yeah, I was kind of thinking it would be cool if you could walk across here, and I did a little bit of design just to make it fun. I don't know if you'll ever see it, but anyway, just to make it a little, you know, fun little thing here. I put some temporary placeholder bridges here. I don't know if this is going to be the way it is, but I do think that I'm going to connect the top of these by bridges. I think that's convenient and important. Because otherwise, how would you get up here? You can't put stairs in the middle of the ice farm, right? So now, how am I going to refill these? Because what I did over there, as you can see, I did the diagonal bucket thing. I did the same thing over there, just one diagonal. That looks like crap. So what I'm going to do instead, I have an idea. Let me see. Yeah, probably good. Let's see here. All right. So I had an idea of running up roofs on this. Like red sort of roofs that are going to fit in with all the other stuff. I think it could be really cool. I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to kind of almost like collide because these are so close, but I think we should give it a shot. So what I'm thinking is, actually, I need stone. I want to do stone first. So what I'm thinking is bring this up like maybe 4 levels or so like that, and then I'll put the roof on. That probably makes the most sense. And then what I'll do is, instead of go diagonal across, I'm going to go up and across all the sides. So that way water will be this row the whole way around. And that should, as far as I know, fill everything in. It's not quite as efficient as going diagonal. You'll need more, but I think it'll look better, and I think that I care more about that. So let me give it a shot. I'm going to go for kind of a roof like this over here on all these, but I'm going to need to build this up with stone. So I have a whole bunch of stone they just put back away. So let me go get it, and then I'll come back. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we've done. And I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. My gut kind of tells me that I don't feel that great about it. And generally, I think my gut is right. So what I tried to do here is I tried to keep... well, I wanted to use some color. I wanted to use some red roof, so I tried to do that. But it has to be open to the sky. You know, that's a sort of fundamental issue with this. So I tried to do kind of like a facade of a roof. And I just don't think it's good. I just don't think it's good. I think it's just not there. I have an idea, though. I have an idea. And my idea is... Oh, crap. I'm out of stone. My idea is to go get more stone. So let's go get more stone. I'll talk about it. Okay, so my idea is going to be to keep the red facades that I have, but then add in addition, some stone. I have a lot of stone bricks somewhere, and I have not really been able to find it. So add in some stone behind it. So it's going to be a little bit like this one building that I did right here. So there's going to be kind of a facade, but then behind it is stone. Let's see. I think it'll be effective. I think it'll be good. And plus what I could do is I could potentially change the height so all 3 towers aren't the same height. Now to do that, I'm going to have to get rid of this, which is all right. I'm just going to take this, scale this back 1. And that's fine. I've made so many stacks of red concrete, I can't even count them, but all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. I'll take this out together here, just this one, and then we can sort of see how the general idea works. But what I'm thinking is, because I can't go in anymore, or else this will cover up the ice, and the ice has to be open air. So we're a little bit... there's not very much room for us to maneuver here, you know. Like, I got to fit the build in the allotted area that we have, but I think it's going to be okay. And then what I'm kind of thinking is add in on the inside of this, add in maybe some white concrete. I think that could work really well. So let's come along here. I'll just do one face for now and see how it is. I thought about, I could do potentially white concrete going up, but I think it would be better to keep this sort of a stone look. I think that'll be better against the red. Plus that way we can use white in as accents. And what I did was, can you see it from as a different one from here? Yeah, over there. See how I left the windows? So I was thinking that would either be glass or white concrete. Either way will be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go get more stone here. probably, before this is done. But I think we should be able to get up here high enough to take a look. And then what I can do here is this can be that in facade. And I think that'll actually work okay. Oh, yeah. So I learned some lessons, too. Let me talk about that. So what I had planned to do was not do this X. And I totally know that I only have to do one across, but I think that looks dumb. So I went ahead and did the X. What I had planned to do was only cover the side so it's water rushing from all sides, and that would make the ice. And that would have worked, except for ice will only form when it's touching a block. So what happened was it was cold. I was sitting here watching it and watching it, and ice wouldn't form. The good part is I didn't feel any of this ice, and you can see I am high enough that it is completely effective and it works. So that's good. And at the top of this, what I should be able to do is just make kind of a sort of your typical castle thing. Maybe I could even come out a block, but we'll go a little bit more. And then some windows on this are really going to help just to break it up, but maybe 2 more, and then we can go out over here and take a look and just see how this build is. I'm very lukewarm on these builds. I think they're going to take a lot of dressing up to kind of get to a level where I feel like it's pretty good here. But it's going to be it's kind of cool to have these, 3 towers that are all together. I think that's kind of fun. I've thought about maybe putting outside staircases that kind of go around the side, and maybe on that. So what we'll do is we'll do this. I think I may end up coming back in here with stairs. I'm not sure yet. There's a real good chance I'm going to come back in here with stairs, or even do this with cobblestone, actually. But I just want to get a good idea of what this would look like. Okay. Let's go take a look. Oh, please be good. Oh, nuts. Darn it. I'm going to have to fly. Fly. Oh. Man, sometimes that just happens. I don't know why that happens so much, but alright, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? It's pretty good, I think. I think it's pretty good. I mean, obviously it's lacking detail now, but I think that's going to be an okay look. Go around the whole side, bring in some stairs, maybe some cobblestone wall, some windows, all that kind of stuff. Put in some white concrete pad. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the top of this. It's starting to feel a little bit more like it's a real thing. So let me go do this. This is going to take a bit. Let me go do this and then I'll come back. Well, I'm back, and let me just say, I have been struggling really hard. Last night, I spent a good deal of time building these things, and I just didn't like anything I was doing. So I actually popped into creative mode. Since it's not a realm anymore, it's a little bit, well, it's a lot more time-consuming and harder to get grab a world back up. Where realms was actually really easy. I gotta say the user interface was really quick. You click one button and you had it. So since I don't really have that time, occasionally I will do a quick pop into creative mode to like test something out, and then I actually do the building, all in survival. But sometimes I'll do some tests in creative. And just here's what I got so far. So I came up with this idea over here last night. Monk was on helping me out. And then this morning, I go on and I built those. I built those all legit and everything. To see how a fully functional one would be. It's kind of weird, It's kind of weird. I think part of the problem is how... I thought a top-heavy tower would be really cool. Like, really small on the side, on the bottom, and then come up and just keep kind of increasing the size. But honestly, it's not great. It's not great. So I recognize that, and I am working towards fixing it. And I think I have an idea that is going to work. And it's going to take some landscaping. This house right here is probably going to have to go away. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to go away. So I'm sorry, whoever built that. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. So what I want to do, looking at these, the ice farm actually works wonderfully. I've been harvesting ice every few minutes and throwing it in a chest, so I should have enough ice to do the next project. But I tried this. I think that's okay. That it's not detailed yet, but I think that's okay. So I'll do the same thing over here. I was actually mining. I used all this to the smooth stone I have, so this is all the stuff. Look at one mining trip. Look how well I did. Lapis, all the redstone, 4 emeralds. Pretty nice. No diamonds, unfortunately, but... So yeah, so I think it's okay, and I have a plan of what we're going to do to fix this, and that's just going to require some building. So I got some building to do. I am going to copy this tower side with the sort of stretched out. I can't even think what it's called. You know, these things. Stretched out poles. And I'll do that over this. I just got to go get more smooth stone to do it. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of jump into creative mode and just kind of give you guys a fly around and show you where I'm at right now. That way, whenever I come back, you will all be blown away and amazed, or not, depending on how well this turns out. But I do have an idea of how we're going to sort of salvage this build and how we're going to make it look a little bit better. So let me get building. And, well, actually, technically, let me go put away all my stuff and go get mining. And then I'll do some building, because we are actually really low on stuff over here in the... and I'm actually going to... now that I have a good idea of what we're going to do, I'm going to de-op and do some building. So let me do some building. I actually need to... I shouldn't have done that yet. I need to get rid of... these 2 towers and do it. I just want to do it. I just want to do it legit. I want blocks to be placed in survival. Even though maybe occasionally I will do a test build in creative here, and then I'll delete it and put it in the right way. I think that's the right thing to do. It makes the world feel better. If I had a good copy, a recent copy of this, I would probably... Whoa! Okay. I got a little close to that guy. If I had a recent copy, I would probably just do it there, but I don't. And I was talking to Monk, so I thought it would be easiest to just do it that way. So. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me do some building. Okay, I'll be back. This is only like 4 seconds after I just recorded the last go. I was just thinking that I should maybe show a little bit of this, because I have the plan sort of worked out of what I want to do, and and my inventory is full. Okay, and anyway, what I want to do here is basically I'm going to build a facade of a fortress, so like a mini castle within the castle, kind of. That I think is going to work out really well. So what I got to do here is figure out how exactly this is going to connect through. So what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of kind of an organic shape here and bring this out to kind of like here. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a cobblestone wall. And what I think this will do is, what I hope this will do is make this whole thing appear... that it's one sort of like fun-shaped mini castle within the walls of Port Bray. I think that'll be kind of cool. And then so basically it's going to be walls, and I think that's going to be good, and that'll do a few things. So we're going to take those walls the whole way up to the top of that, and we'll do some sort of wall variation and stuff like that. But I'll have the walls probably grow out, and then afterwards, then I'll make some gates and stuff appear within the wall. But I think this will work. The other wall is going to be over here, right about here. So I grabbed a whole bunch of cobblestone, and I think this will work beautifully. I think. So I got some work to do. Let me do these building, add some walls here, and hopefully we'll come up with something really cool. All right, so I got the walls laid out here, and you know, I want to get on here and talk for a minute about changing in midstream. That's something that is difficult, I believe, for probably a lot of us, because it's really easy when you're building. Look, I'm not a master builder, but I've learned some things. So I want to sort of preface anything I say with like, and that's just my opinion, but that gets really boring if you say that all the time. But anyway, I've learned that I've learned 2 major things. One is trust your... Really? Okay, then. All right. Fast skeleton. One is trust your gut. You know, if your gut says, yeah, it's not that great, then it's probably not that great. That's one thing. Another thing is go with sort of your first impression. Now, I don't mean don't change things and fix things, because that's not what I mean. What I mean is go with your first... Like, if you look at something and it's like, yuck, then, yeah, it's probably yuck. That's sort of the same thing, but it's 2 different ways of thinking of it. The other thing... Oh, man, these mobs... It's just been raining for so long. So the other thing is, this needs to go. I thought I actually dealt with this already, but the other thing is, don't be afraid to change what you're doing. I had no intention of this becoming a little garrison, but because I didn't like what it was turning into, I made the change, and I think, we'll find out here in just a moment, but I think that it's going to prove to be a really good choice. I think. And, yeah, and, you know, that's important. Like, it would be really easy to, I can't get through here. It would be really easy to be like, well, I built it and that's just the way it is. But, if it's not good enough, then trust that it's not good enough. So what I'm going to work on, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to transition now that this is at a decent height. I'm going to transition. Well, actually, I'm looking at this. You know, I might go too higher the whole way around because I'm thinking about the walkways in, and I want them to at least be 3. Am I out? That's fine. Oh, it's all over here. Okay. I want them to be able to, you'll be able to ride a horse in. So I'm going to go back and let's raise this by, let's raise this by 2 blocks. And then we'll start into the transition. But that'll help for putting bigger doors going into this little garrison sort of area way. And maybe this will be a thing. It was just going to be, well, these were just going to be ice towers. This wasn't even going to be a thing at all. But sort of, you know, live and learn and changing things. So maybe this will end up being like a garrison or a troop barracks, something along those lines. Really? Wow, man. Just skeletons everywhere. Okay. So, yeah, and this clearly needs to be 2 blocks higher because I don't want this to be only 1 block of cobblestone based on the natural ground. This is also going to end up being a nice point of interest, like a building that you can kind of walk through. I don't know yet if I'm going to make an interior or if this is just going to be kind of walls. I'm kind of leaning on it might just be walls. That's sort of my gut instinct is make this just be walls. I better eat. And I wish, I don't have a bed here. I wish I could just sleep right now, but that's all right. So, okay, so that's what I'm going to work on. This was a house. I'm getting rid of it. Eventually, I may incorporate it into the build, but it wasn't done. If the house was done, I would probably incorporate it as part of the build, but since it's not, I don't really mind. It's just a skeleton. And I think, I want to say, oh, you know what? I know who built that. And he hasn't been on in quite a while, so I may just get rid of it. I was going to incorporate it, but you know, it shows no signs of being improved. So, okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to start bringing stone brick into this build, which means I got to go get some stone brick. Luckily, I have been mining and I have a bunch of it and just put it into the storage system. So let me do that. I'm going to add some stairs, start to thicken the wall, and then we'll come back and do some more discussion. You know, already I feel better about this, and I've done like very little, but already it's starting to feel better. So I basically just on the outside now, I'm doing 4 blocks worth of stone bricks, and I'm putting that down now. But I just, you know, I was just looking at it and thinking like, wow, what like immediate difference on this build that I was kind of starting to really hate. And I wasn't at the point where I was just going to tear it down yet, but I wasn't that far away from the point where I was just going to tear it down. I was really quite disgruntled and disappointed, especially after trying really with Monk on last night. We were talking. I was trying so many different things, just trying to get something that like I didn't quite hate as these skeletons, man, they're just everywhere. There's actually a skeleton above me, I think, too. I think that's what. Oh, nope. Okay, time to eat. Great. My bow's not going to last much longer here. Can I make this? Come on, man. Okay, cool. Oh, in here probably. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should light this up just a bit. I mean, look, these areas are not going to be completely lit up, but at least I can, you know, offer a reasonable facsimile of lit up. Yeah, man, this town is starting to come along. There are so many good points of interest in this city. I guess it's a city now. I guess we're getting close to a city. There's enough houses and stuff to count. You know, one thing that I want to, like, there's a lot of landscaping still to do, and I don't know if that's going to be adding in houses, or maybe around the church. Maybe like a little cemetery could be kind of cool. I think that could be a good use of space there, since the space is already there. But all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this up a bit more. This side still need, Nice. Needs to come up 2 blocks. Oops, not there. Actually here. Cool. And let me do this. I'm going to get this up the rest of the way. Then I think I might do this, then go to spruce and go up another like 4 blocks. So it'll be cobble and then stone brick and then spruce. I think that would be a good height for the walls, depending on how sort of this area works. And I'm going to have to wait. Oh, wow. Yeah, I should definitely light this up. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I got some work to do. Let me do the work and I'll come back and probably show you at this point the finished design. We're getting close anyway. Jerks, man. So many, just so many skeletons. This is really starting to look good. It's starting to actually look like a little garrison. I like it. Cool. I'll be back. All right, so that little bit's done. Well, let's talk a little bit about design. And before I go any further, I kind of want to take a look here and make sure that I am pleased with how it's coming. This is like, unfortunately... Okay, so look. 2 things. This is a major way of walking in because you're walking in from ships. There's going to be at least 4 ships here. So it's going to be a lot. This road, this little path is going to be where a lot of people are walking in. So some work needs to be done here. This tower, for one thing, that thin part needs to be bulked up like the rear ones. And see how it's like a triangle going away from this point? I don't think that's a great vantage point. So that's something I'm going to want to look at as well. But so let's look from a different place maybe and see if we can find a little bit better angle. Maybe like over here. Yeah, this is already better. So I think the next step is going to be I'm going to bring in what am I trying to say? Spruce. I'm going to bring in spruce here. Spruce stairs by the, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. There's actually a creeper above me, I believe, as well. Is he gonna fall on my head? Maybe. Oh, okay. So let's do some. Well, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of crafting here. Let's do that. Make a crafting table. So I can have a chest. I have so many chests just from this project. Just from this project, so many chests sitting around. But you can always use more. So we will make 2. That way I can dump some of these things in my inventory. Like, for example, all the stone for now. I don't need any at the moment. And let's craft up. I grabbed this. By the way, I have a purple shulker. If you're watching this, you play on the server. I have a purple shulker, like pretty darn full of spruce from just harvesting over the past while. You know, getting ready for some projects like this. So I'm going to detail this later. But for right now, I'm just going to do this sort of long, tedious part of doing this. And then we'll figure out where we will want to use probably some spruce logs just for the texture. Not really needed for supports or anything up this high because it's sitting on a whole bunch of stone, but at least just for the texture. And that, no, there we go. Okay. All right. That's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let me do this and possibly maybe hunt down a few creepers and exact some revenge. That would be, oh, look. I didn't have to hunt very far. Wow, man. Maybe I should light up around here. How about that? For an idea. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, well, time-wise, I am pretty much up against it, so I thought I would come in here and just sort of take a look at things and discuss which direction we want to go in the future here. On the inside here leaves a lot of room for some possibilities, and I don't know what exactly yet, to be honest. It's something that we're going to have to kind of work out with some time, but that'll come. That'll come. What I know is that we have room here to add some, add some entryways. That's good. So I think I'm going to leave this right here. But I think that what is cool about this is that it's a structure that sort of surprises you. You know, if you walk up and you see this, you're going to assume it's a building, and then you walk in, it's like, oh, it's a courtyard, which could be used for some things. And I don't know what things yet. So maybe that's something that we could do with a little bit of help writing some lore and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do between episodes, work on these towers and complete them. This one's not touched at all. This one's half done. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go from there. But so far, I think that this build for the ice towers is kind of cool. I'm trying to look for a good vantage point, honestly. I'm stalling just a second so I can get a good screenshot right at the end of the video here. Yeah, why not? That'll be just fine. So anyway, so from the realm of Vasten, this is me signing off. A little bit of a change-up episode. It's not exactly the direction I thought we were going to go, but I think that it's going to be a good structure here once we get a little bit more building done. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for coming by. Hit me on my Discord and join the fun on the live streams Tuesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern generally, or so. Bye.